Who knew that the biggest rap battle ever would come down to a bunch of grown men with hard wood trying to hit a bunch of balls? This kid going up against this kid. Toronto's representative knows all about being into kids, well, according to LA's representative, who according to Toronto's representative knows all about grown men hitting, in this case, women, not balls. I like both of their music, sue me. Just how I like both of these kids who are now grown men going up against each other in the World Series. The closest thing we've ever actually had to a literal World Series since the last time the Blue Jays were in it 32 years ago. We actually have a different country representing each team, so that's pretty cool. And so are the 200,000+ of you subscribed, so thank you for being here, subscribed or not. And if you haven't joined the 49% elite humans, consider hitting that button if you like the videos, as we got SoundCloud rapper Blake Snell on the mound for the Dodgers, while the Blue Jays have a pitcher whose last name is mainstream rapper Kanye West mixed with Savage. Here we go. Shohei steps up to the plate, fresh off his 3-homer, 10 strikeout game. Okay, maybe not fresh. They had like a week off between series, and I guess that's why he struck out here to start it off. Nasty splitter by Ye. 1-2-3 inning. Blake Snell gets the first 2 hitters he faces out before loading him up on 2 walks, a little ground ball through the right side. And I feel like this exact type of hit happened minimum 7 times in this game. I don't know exactly how many. You're going to see them again, but it just felt like a lot. Regular hit ground balls where nobody was on the right side of the infield. This one by Bo Bichette, by the way. This is his first game in a month and a half. Here he is. First at bat, base hit, bases loaded, 2 outs. Varsho pops out to center. Next inning, Ye walks the coolest Will Smith in Hollywood to start it off. Teoscar Hernandez hits into a fielder's choice before Max Muncy knocks a ball in left for a hit before the other Hernandez drives the other Hernandez home. 1-0 Dodgers. They'd have the bases loaded with 1 out. Andy Paje strikes out, but now you gotta face Shohei again. No problem. Inning over. That could have been a disaster, but Ye kept it at just that 1 run before Snell finished off his inning in a really weird way. After a leadoff base hit given up, he strikes out the next 2 guys before getting a ground ball to Freddie Freeman, who awkwardly has to throw back to Snell going to first, who misses the bag, so Springer is safe, but then he sees Clement, who was at first, getting greedy, firing across the diamond to nail him at third. Everything coming up Dodgers. Mookie walks to start the third, then Freddie Freeman, he walks too before the coolest Will Smith in Hollywood drives Mookie home on that kind of hit I was saying earlier. Ground ball right field, nobody there. 2-0 Dodgers. Freddie Freeman gets caught trying to be a little too greedy, just like Clement, but overall, again, everything coming up LA. A Vladdy Jr. single in the third. What about it? Freddie to Mookie, back to Freddie, double play, go to the fourth, still 2-0 Dodgers. Snell gets ahead of Alejandro Kirk, 0-2 in the count, just for Kirk to work an 8-pitch at-bat and smack that 8th pitch for a single. The next pitch after that, Dalton Varsho sending a ball 423 feet to dead center to tie the game up. Boom, just like that. Canada is shaking. They haven't been this loud since, well, Springer's home run, like days earlier, but still. First Blue Jays World Series home run since Joe Carter's walk-off home run that won them back-to-back World Series in 1993. Well, Snell locked it. Well, at least he looked like he locked in after this. He gets 3 straight outs to end the 4th, and after a leadoff single by Springer in the 5th, Rally immediately killed, double play, Vladdy Jr. grounds out, but then he walks Bo Bichette to start the 6th. Then Alejandro Kirk. Come on, editor, we talked about this. Alejandro Kirk, thank you. He hits yet another one of those ground balls to right where nobody is. First and second, nobody out. Make that bases loaded, nobody out. After he hits Dalton Varsho. So not one hard hit ball. The hardest thing hit was Varsho's flesh after he hit a ball hard a couple innings earlier. Out goes Snell, in comes Sheehan, new pitcher, same shit. Base hit up the middle. Jays have their first lead of the game and series. Up next, Nathan Lucas immediately goes down 0-2 by swinging and missing twice. Second was a foul tip, but same thing. Bro goes from instantly in the hole, down tremendously bad, worse than your average incel, to working a 9-pitch at-bat to work a walk. You know, I could make a joke here that Luke used the force, but you know, his name is pronounced Lucas, so thanks mom and dad. All of Canada is definitely thanking his mom and dad for creating it, which has led to this bases loaded walk to force home another run. 4-2 Jays. Andres Jimenez says, how about another? 5-2 Jays. 2 batters later, Addison Barger off the bench, off the damn couch. Bro's been sleeping on his teammate's couch apparently. Well, he should stay there, like stay sleeping there, because he might keep doing this. Grand slam. All of a sudden this game's on ice. Like what? Okay, Vladdy, base hit. Couple batters later, Alejandro Kirk. Alejandro, there we go. Alejandro Kirk says, how about 2 more? He hits this 2-run home run, and I was at my friend's house for this game. He was already planning to go to bed early, but the moment this homer was hit, his dog, Luna, shout out Luna, like as this homer hit the stands, she immediately is like, I'm out, got up off the couch to go upstairs. It's 11-2 Blue Jays. This game's become a laugher real quick. The announcer, by the way, the Fox broadcaster, Joe Davis, if you didn't already know, he's actually the Dodgers announcer during the regular season, at least for the vast majority of their games. I guess he's just too valuable to Fox that they're okay with the chance that there might be some bias. And I mean, come on, you can't not think he's announcing what's supposed to be a neutral broadcast. The Jays scoring all these runs, 9 runs in 1 inning like this up in the booth. Shohei Ohtani sees all of this unfold and says, shit, all right, time to hit one out. Chris Paul hits a massive 3-pointer to cut the deficit to 48, and after that, nothing from either side. That 1 inning was obviously all the Jays needed, and really other than the Shohei home run, the Jays pitching staff led by Ye did their thing. Dodger pitching staff, of course, did not do their thing. I mean, Snell actually mostly pitched very well. The walks just killed him. That led to the pitching staff's demise. I mean, this brutal sign right behind their bullpen by a Jays fan was fitting. Toronto takes game 1. Game 2, we got the Pilates instructor going up against Kevin Gausman, but for the starter before the starters, we got BB Rexa doing the national anthem, the American one. They do both the American and Canadian one, obviously. Alessia Cara did the Canadian anthem. This was after Drake was in the stands for game 1, and we got some more music stars coming, but Gausman, starting for the Jays, has pitched really well with 0 run support all postseason. Happened twice against the Mariners, and spoiler alert, it happened again. This Blue Jays offense has been neglecting Gausman more than Jeffrey Dahmer's family neglected him. It all started smooth. Shohei Ohtani, harmless fly ball out number 1. Mookie Betts, harmless fly ball out number 2. Well, then Freddie Freeman works a long at bat, and it ends by him hooking a ball down and right for a double. Then the coolest Will Smith in Hollywood slaps this ball up the middle, just like that. Gausman, after getting 2 quick outs, bam, 1-0 Dodgers. That was all. And George Springer came out swinging against Yamamoto. It's as if he was told, if you watch one pitch go by, there's an assassin on top of the ballpark, on top of the roof, aiming right at your face. Swing and a miss, foul ball, bang. Fastball over the plate, he's all over it, double. Then Nathan Lucas doesn't hammer this, but places it perfectly down for a single, first and third, nobody out, just for Yamamoto to do the antithesis of what Gausman had just done. Gausman started out his first inning by getting the first 2 men out before 2 straight hits and a run. Yamamoto begins his first inning by giving up hits to the first 2 hitters just to get the next 3 guys out and give up nothing. Vladdy Jr., who struck out as many times this postseason as you'll find a polite, non-toxic Twitter comment section, strikes out here. This is just a clear example of not even bad hitting by Vladdy, just great pitching by Yamamoto. Disgusting curveball. Kirk hits a ball right at Freddie for 2 outs. Then Dalton Varsho says, you know what? I'm not going to bother swinging. I'm going to just look at it and enjoy this. And Joe Davis, again, remember, he's a Dodger guy, and he roasted the hell out of Varsho here. He goes,
Varsho, like a house by the side of the road, watches it.
Next inning, Ernie Clement pops a ball up for out number 1, except overruns the ball. Looking back, you realize this is just the Dodgers making things not boring for Yamamoto. He gets the next 3 hitters out in a row, but then the third inning, George Springer, who only swung in his first at-bat, doesn't get the chance to swing 1 time here. He gets smoked with the first pitch. Thankfully, he's okay, but that's the 3rd straight inning with a leadoff hitter getting on for the Blue Jays. And, well, 3rd time's a charm. Shit. Vladdy Jr. base hit. Then Kirk sends Springer home on a sac fly. Now, in the NLCS, the very last series the Dodgers played against the Brewers, they started out also on the road, and Yamamoto also got the start in Game 2 of that series on the road. What did he do in that game? He threw a complete game after giving up a home run on the first pitch he threw. Now, a combination of Yamamoto himself and the MLB scriptwriters, you know, they got to mix things up. They can't make it so predictable and just like no changes. So instead of Yamamoto giving up a home run instantly like he did in Milwaukee, getting that first run out the way and then nothing the rest of the game, he gives the Blue Jays hope for 3 innings. Like, hey, we can get our leadoff guys on and get multiple base runners. Like, they have something going on here just for Yamamoto to take their maple syrup and Tim Hortons and shove it up their ass. Now, in the meantime, the Dodgers weren't doing anything offensively either. Gausman, per usual, again, was doing really well, and then the Jonas Brothers showed up. It's the middle of the World Series, and they just showed up like... Turns out they cursed the Blue Jays. I guess that's what happens when you have men from Jersey perform in Canada. Kevin Gausman was shoving. This dude was on another one. Every time Yamamoto would throw a shutout inning, so was Gausman. He's rolling. He's retired 17 straight Dodger hitters. And now he has the coolest Will Smith in Hollywood on 2 strikes. And just when he's about to retire his 18th straight hitter, the coolest Will Smith in Hollywood makes Jeffrey Epstein down in hell very happy by keeping it at under 18. He slaps this ball into the upper deck. He knows it instantly. Gone. Dodgers take the lead. Joe Davis can finally do this with a call. Then 2 batters later, Max Muncy says, let me aim for left too. That's gone. 3-1 Dodgers. I guess you could look at the Jonas Brothers cameo as either A, they jinxed the Blue Jays, or B, Smith and Muncy got hyped up and got their inner white boy power back. Or both. Probably both. Next inning, it just unraveled for the Jays. Base hit, walk, wild pitch. It's 4-1. Then Smith beats out a potential double play, 5-1. At this point, say goodnight. For the Blue Jays, the most obvious way to have an advantage is to get to the Dodger bullpen. Like, that's the Dodgers' Death Star weak spot. And look how that went in game 1. Perfectly. Well, Yamamoto saw this. He looked at his teammates over in that bullpen and thought of the possibility of one of them coming into the game and went,
oh, hell no!
Bro had the lock-in of the century. It's insane. The last time he pitched, he threw a complete game shutout, allowing just 1 run. Next time out, complete game shutout, allowing just 1 run. And he retired the last 20 Blue Jays hitters, all while taking notes on just how stupid they all looked. Not one of them got on base. The 8th inning was just stupid. That was bullying. Andres Jimenez goes down on a curveball. George Springer goes down on a fastball. Then Nathan Lucas. How about you just look at this one like the rest of us and get on a plane to LA? 20 consecutive hitters sent down, 2 complete games in a row on the road. This time it shuts down a loud Blue Jays offense. Remember when there were real human beings with brains who said it was dumb to give a man the biggest pitcher contract in history without him ever pitching in the big leagues? Gay stripper Kike Hernandez's pregame shirt will respond to that accordingly. It says, talk to you after game 3. Love you. Bye.